Hey guys, welcome back to another Minecraft hardcore video. And previously, I believe we started getting a bit of copper. We smelted some up a bit. I think I left it. Yep, there we go. And we also went fishing like Bear Grylls with our hands. It was very fun, very cool. And as always, I have a little list of topics to talk about, so that way I can keep us all entertained and hopefully have no awkward silence. Now, one of the things that's been on my mind lately has been China, specifically like Temu and stuff like that. Knockoff Chinese stuff. And one of the things is AirPods, right? Everyone knows AirPods. We love them. We use them. You might not like them because Apple sucks as a company, but overall, they're pretty useful. And I like having AirPods in basically all day, every day. It's great. I like to listen to music while I'm at work, while I'm in class, while I'm studying, on anything. You know, if I'm awake, there's AirPods in my ears and I listen to music. I heard that's bad for your ears, so maybe I shouldn't be doing that. Don't try this at home, kids. But one of the things that I've noticed is the fact that China, like Temu and stuff like that, you can get basically anything on there for way cheaper. But the problem starts to come in with the quality. Ooh, that's my feet. The quality. See, China really does this thing where... Okay, I'm gonna teach you guys a little fun fact. Gucci, Louis Vuitton, luxury bags, expensive stuff. How it says like, oh, it's made in Italy. Oh, it's made in Argentina. Oh, it's made here and here. So, it's actually... I did a bit of research on this. You can fact check me if I'm wrong, but they make like 98% of the bag in China, like a Gucci bag or Louis Vuitton bag. They make almost the entire thing in China, and then they leave out like one or two key stitches, and then they send it to Italy, and then they do the last part, and they're like, oh, it's made in Italy, which to me, that sounds criminal, but it's how they do it. And of course, not every single luxury brand does this, so you can't just go, this one brand called like Sningus's Peepers is actually like, it doesn't do that. Well, Geronimo, you are an idiot, okay? Because I guarantee, there's an apple over there, because I guarantee you, a good bit of them do that. A good bit of companies do that. Anyway, I got a bit off topic. That's okay, because it gives me stuff to talk about. So one of the things that I thought about... By the way, where should I build my house? I could put it like right there. No. Maybe keep it simple. So like over here. Yeah, I think I'll build it right over here. This is a nice little spot. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Okay, I'll build here. But one of the things is simply just like, I got these AirPods, right? And the AirPods, they worked. They were fine for a while. And I got them from China, so they were cheap. Like they were like these like cheap. It was apparently like quote unquote on brand. But AirPods don't do what mine were doing. They would just randomly disconnect, or like whenever you have like a little case and you take the AirPod out, then it does like a whole... Is there an apple over there? No, it's leaves. But it does like a whole, it's like snap in, snap out thing. And whenever you take it out, and you take the AirPod out of the case, it turns on and it gets ready. These ones just didn't do that, so I'd have to take them in. I have to take them out and put them in like 4 or 5 times in a row before they'd realize, oh, actually they're supposed to be like working. And then they would suddenly start working. Now, I'm making it sound worse than it was. They were still completely usable, like more than fine. But it did get kind of annoying whenever I'd be like in the middle of a really good song, and it's getting to like, geez, I am just inside of my face a ton today. But it would get to that one part that's really, really good. And then like right on the beat drop, it would disconnect and reconnect. And that would make me so mad, because then I'd have to rewind the song, and it was never the same. It just didn't hit anymore. And that always upset me. But the reason why I'm talking about this is because my AirPods finally gave out the other day. Like, they just stopped charging completely. Entirely. Here, actually, let's make some barrels. Yeah, I like that idea. Make some barrels. But the AirPods completely gave up. And what was so funny about that to me was the fact that they were completely fine. Well, I guess me describing what they were doing is not completely fine. But for the most part, they were okay. They were functional. They were okay enough. So, I'm not really sure why they just suddenly stopped. But like the case itself just didn't want to charge anymore. The case just stopped charging completely. Also, I gotta throw this out. No, I don't use that anymore. And let's get rid of this guy too. And let's make a sword while we're at it. Because I know people like axes for combat, but a sword is better for DPS. Like, if you only get one shot, then yeah, the axe is the choice. But that's not how a fight works. You're gonna swing, you're gonna swing, you're gonna swing. You're not just gonna hit them once and the fight's over. So that's why I prefer a sword over an axe. I hope you're taking notes, kids. I'm gonna quiz you at the end of the video. But hang on, I'm scratching my eyeball. Okay. So China, those AirPods just stopped charging completely. Like, they just stopped working altogether. And I can't say I'm surprised, but I am disappointed that they just stopped working. Also, I'm trying to think of building ideas. If you guys have any ideas in the comments, please let me know. Alright? For like the 3 people watching this video. Hi. And I would love to hear some ideas for like builds and locations, because this will be like, I think we call this the bay, because that's what it seems like, at least. Yeah, so you got a little bay, you got the thin part, the thick part, the beach all around, and there's like a lone island. Yeah, like that. You see that tiny little island over there? So, there's definitely some ideas. Maybe we could put like a lighthouse on that one, or like a huge Walmart covering the entire island. I think that'd be a great idea. Let's just build like a massive Walmart. I think that'd be pretty cool. I gotta be careful not to fall down the middle here, or else the series will end immediately. And I don't think that would be very fun. But it's okay, we take our time coming down. You guys hear that? Hang on. I'm using my ears. Come on. Yep, okay. I think it's this way. Oh, I hope you guys are ready for a little side quest. Where I'm gonna dig around for like 30 minutes looking for this guy. Because that means that there's a cave nearby. Or a mob spawner. Both are good. I prefer a cave, but a mob spawner works. Okay, I think it's... No, it's definitely... Ooh. Oh, I'm not here. Okay. Okay, this is a big cave. This is a really... Whoa. Okay, I need to be really careful here. Ow, what? Come on, you guys saw that. I placed the block in time. You believe me, guys, right? Okay. So this is exciting. Before I come back to this cave, I'm going to put cobblestone here as a reminder. A torch on top as a double reminder. A torch right here as a triple reminder. And I want to find some iron. If we can find some iron, I can make a shield, and I'd be very comfortable taking that on. But as of right now, I'm not okay with that. I need a shield. There's creepers and skeletons. It's all bad news. Oh, so let's get some, let's take this guy. You're coming with me. So, with all the creepers and skeletons in there, I'm just looking for some iron. I would like to find 8. Well, any amount's good. Oh. This is not scripted, I swear. Perfect. That's genuinely what I asked for. 5, 6. Okay, I was about to flip my lid if there was 8. I think I genuinely would have, like, done a backflip. Okay, but this is actually great. This is amazing. Because, okay, I need a crafting table. Let's use birch. I think birch is kind of an ugly wood. It can be good, but I just much prefer the look of oak. I know, crazy, right? Okay, so here's what I want to do. I want to make another furnace. I want one furnace. Oh, I don't like how that looks. There we go. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna put birch in the bottom, and let's put in like, yeah, okay. That's about good. We're trying to make some charcoal for torches and iron, so now we can have a shield, so we can go into the cave, so we can go and get a bunch of loot, and then get hopefully iron armor. That would be really cool. If we could find a diamond or two, I would not complain. But I was talking about China. So my AirPods, I am all over the place. My AirPods stopped working. Like the charging on them didn't work anymore. So I ended up sending them back to China. And hopefully they'll actually work whenever I get them back. I really hope they work, but honestly, I'm pretty doubtful. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about was recently, if any of you know about crypto, like Crypto Bros, Crypto Wallet, crypto, all that stuff, I don't partake in any of it. I don't do crypto, but I have heard that in like the crypto community, there was a guy that was raising money for his cancer, and someone was telling him, hey man, you should buy this game you should get this free game on Steam and stream it, right? Everyone would love it. And the first time he was like, that's okay. But they kept asking and asking and asking. So eventually he was like, yeah, sure. I'll play this game. It was called like Block Blast or something. The most Disney Channel XD video game of all time. And he got the game and he played it. And it stole all of his money. He had $32,000 for his stage 4 cancer raised. Excuse me? Look, see, even Minecraft was saying $32,000. That's insane, man. And the scammers just took all of his cancer money. This dude has stage 4 cancer. Now, you have to think about the gall of these people to do that. And here's the worst part. He was one of 906, 907, something like that. There's 906 or 7 confirmed like cases of this happening. But since he is like a big voice, he actually got recognition for it. But for the other people, nope. Which to me, that's heartbreaking. Out of all the people that lost their money, only he was able to get justice. Now, when I say justice, I do want to say this story has a happy ending. The entire crypto community, which makes my skin crawl to say that, crypto community. Ugh. But they all came together and they donated him a bunch of cancer money to get the money back. And one guy, I can't remember his name, but he donated him the entirety of the money he lost, $32,000, and said, hey man, this is for your cancer. I really hope like you'll be able to pull through. Which, that guy is a saint. Alright? Random guy on the internet loses $32,000 for his cancer, and you just go, hey, it's okay, bro. I got $32,000. Here you go. That is saint behavior right there, in my opinion. But here's the kicker. So the scammers actually have Instagram. And the people found it. So when they found out that these guys had Instagrams, they reached out to them. And the ringleader, okay, what? This cave is way crazier than I thought. Okay, there's a skeleton over there. I'm not comfortable bridging that gap just yet. I need to be really specific about how I play this. Here, guys, story time's put on hold. This is a very... Ooh, that skeleton's full armor? Oh my god, that's scary. Oh. Where'd they go? Is there like a hole? Oh. Oh, okay. I blocked that. You guys saw that. I 100% blocked it. Actually, I should not be wasting durability like this. Need to find a different way to approach. Because this is just wasting durability. I only have one shield. What if I come in from like down here, maybe? Yeah, okay. I think we'll come in from down here. Let me see. Oh. Okay. Right idea. But we gotta go down. Okay, so we actually will end up hitting that cave if we just keep digging down. Now here's what I vote. I vote we leave that for a later video. probably next episode. And in the meantime, we'll go back up to the surface and start building our house. I feel like that could be pretty fun. Because I'm in no rush to progress, right? Yes, progression is nice, don't get me wrong. But also, I think it's okay to take our time. You know? Because if we're not enjoying the game while we're playing it, then there's not much of point playing the game completely. Okay, is there any monsters up here? I don't see any monsters. If you guys see a monster, drop a comment and let me know. It'll be way too... Oh. Check this out. It's like a fake monster. Okay. So we do have clay for later, which I think could be nice. Also, we can start our wheat finally, because I probably will end up living off of fish for a while. But I think it'd be good to have options. Like, what if I don't want fish? What if I want a nice tasty loaf of bread? It's good to have the option. So, I need to make a shovel. Also, there's plenty of sugar cane around this island. If I can manage to get my hands on like a pumpkin seed or something, and a chicken, I can make a bunch of pumpkin pie. But what else is sugar used for? Brewing. It's used for cakes. But I need chickens and cows for cakes. I don't know if I'll get any. Well, in the meantime, I'll be able to start thinking of houses. Which my main question is, what kind of style do I go for? Because I could build a house on stilts in the bay. I could build just a normal, like, regular looking house with a cobblestone baseline over here. But I always build that kind of house, and I feel like it's a bit boring, because I always do that. So what if instead I try to build like a rustic log cabin? I think that could be pretty fun. Little log cabin out over here. Maybe put like a little cluster of trees around it, so it could be all secluded. That could be nice. But I'm also thinking about committing with a beachy theme. You know, something like super beachy. That could be cool. Wait a minute. Oh, that's so nice. Good. I hate these leaves. These leaves are terrible. I think they're cool for ambience, but they really get in the way. So that means I can just clear all these out with a water bucket. And it'll be a grand old time. But in the meantime, I wanted to ask you guys about, what's it called? Okay. If you were to find a duffel bag of money, and inside of it was $100,000, you just found it like tucked away, like under a bench in the middle of a park, what would you do? Would you report it? Would you take it? Would you leave it? Now, me personally, I would leave that money alone. Because, yes, hear me out, 100,000 is nice. That is a lot of money. That could buy you a lot of things. Okay, actually, I might take the money, but my main concern is someone's gonna come after you. Guaranteed. Someone will come out to get you, because that is not your money. That is 100,000% like criminal money. So I guess the main question is, would you want to be chased by a bunch of angry criminals willing to kill you for $100,000? For me, I think that number would have to be somewhere like 2.5 million. Give me 2.5 million and I'll do it. But otherwise, no thanks. You guys can keep that money. I don't want it. This. There we go. I'm just gonna try to make this area look a little bit nicer. There we go. Now with that being said, I think I want your guys' inputs for this build. I'll build a couple demos here so that we can all see and choose together. So for number 1, I'm thinking we do something like this. And ooh, wait, I just got a good idea. Wait, hang on. I think I just had a really cool idea, guys. Let me show you. Yes. Okay. So in the meantime, I might as well build this out. This original. Yeah, okay, so we can do something where it's like. Hang on, let me see here. Okay. We could also do something like this. So like this kind of, like these will be the corners. So, you know, the house kind of looks like that. But I feel like this is pretty stock and standard. So I'm not particularly keen on doing that. I always do that. But what if we could do like a log cabin where the corners would be stone brick? Ooh, or even better. Wait. I had an even better idea. What if we did like a foundation for the bottom of the house? Like all around the bottom of the house we have a foundation. And then for the corners we could do cobblestone like that. Yes, and then have like a log cabin, something like this. Incorporate a lot of like support. Ooh, and then we could do stuff like this. And have like columns sticking out. Like that. I think this could be pretty cool. Do something like this. What do you guys think? You know, like a little, kind of like, I don't want to say castle, but kind of a castle looking vibe. You know, we could have a foundation come up like this way. So it'll be like this thick out, maybe even this thick. Yeah, it could be like slabs or something. I think I'm liking this idea, guys. Here, we'll call this idea 1. So yeah, we'll call this idea 1 with the stone brick foundation, the cobblestone corners and supports, and the log wall. We'll call this idea 2 right here, and we'll call this idea 3 with like a leaf roof. What do you guys think? Well, I will have you guys tell me in the comments what you think. I'm really leaning towards idea 1. That one all the way on the left right there next to my shoulder, I love it. But it's getting dark, so I will start the next video when it's morning. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Get out of here.